How's it going, Vandals? I'm Johnny Alpha, and I'd like to welcome you back to Graphic Vandalism. And guess what? It's new video time again, and this video is that Old School Vertigo Soul, a look at 5 books from the classic 90s era Vertigo. And let me just tell you, this was a glorious time to be a comic book fan. The early Vertigo Comics boom was jam-packed with daring and bold storytellers, featuring dark and experimental art styles that you really don't see too much of since that time, place, and era. And I will also be giving my picks for songs to listen to while you read these books, giving them kind of a soundtrack. This video is a rad request from my buddy Kody from the excellent channel Mutant Agenda. This guy is a total character, and he makes really fun and thorough reviews of all the new X-Men comics. I left a link to his channel in the description, and please give his channel a look after this video. And with that, Vandals, let's get old school. Alright then, and first up we have Tell Me Dark, written by Carl Edward Wagner and John Nye Reaver, with dark, moody, and terrifying art by Kent Williams. And Tell Me Dark is a short but sweet, creepy as hell horror love story of obsession and desire that is on a Clive Barker level of freaky and unsettling. And the story for this one is all about the guitar player of a metal band who is visiting England, and everybody thinks that he tried to kill himself the last time he was there by jumping off a bridge because his girlfriend left him, but nothing could be further from the truth. In his search for his ex and to learn the truth of what happened on that bridge, he unearths a dark secret beneath the streets of London, a secret of pain, ecstasy, and things far beyond mortal understanding. And I just love it. This book perfectly captures that utter nihilism of the 90s, and the creepy experimental art really makes this reading experience truly haunting. And my picks for the track list of this one are All Industrial and Agritech, featuring Sacred Fever by Dawn of Ashes, Come to Daddy by Aphex Twin, Godlike by KMFDM, Wish by Nine Inch Nails, Killing Grounds by Frontline Assembly, Society by FGFC 820, and Shut Up and Bleed by Come Christ. Alright, and next up is Men's Scena, written by Christopher Fowler, with stunning and fantastical art by the always epic John Bolton. And Men's Scena is a very fun and warped story all about where minds go after they are lost to the mental plane, a shattered reality made of the minds of broken people living as their better selves. And the story for this one is the tale of Minz, a cartoon-style mad scientist and his sexy bombshell of an assistant. We join this duo on fun and nightmarishly surreal adventures all around the mental plane, and we even get a trip to the real world where we learn the sad and tragic truth of our two main leads and why they are so connected. But unlike most Vertigo books from this era, this book is actually quite optimistic and even has a pretty happy ending. And damn, I just have to say this, I love John Bolton's art. Every panel in this book is a masterpiece. And my picks for the soundtrack for this one are Hocus Pocus by Focus, None Shall Pass by Aesop Rock, Insane in the Brain by Cypress Hill, the Land of Confusion cover by In Flames, Voice of Trespass by Between the Bear and Me, Acid King by Malibu Kin, and Birdo by Horse the Band. And now it's time to get dark and brutal with Unknown Soldier, written by Garth Ennis, with gory and moody art by Killian Plunkett. And Unknown Soldier sees a classic DC Comics World War II comic hero brought to the modern era, and how he has become a tortured shell of a man due to the ever-evolving barbarism of war. And anyone who is a fan of Ennis knows the only thing he does better than sacrilegious dark comedy is gut-wrenching dramatic war stories, and this is on full-on display here. The story for this one is about a low-level government agent, William Clyde, tasked to investigate the urban war legend, the Unknown Soldier. This sets Clyde on a collision course with other government organizations that keep secrets secret. And piece by piece, Clyde puts together a disturbing puzzle that there is no coming back from. This book also has some very great warped and demented side characters, like the assassin Screwball. I just really enjoy her character and how psychotic she is. So, on the real, this book is and always will be one of my favorite books Garth has ever worked on. And my soundtrack for this one features Dead American by Lars Fredrickson and the Bastards, Dead Bodies Everywhere by Rancid, All Good Soldiers by Bad Religion, 21 Guns by Good Riddance, Weathered Statues by TSOL, Civilian Ways by Rancid, and Nobody's Fodder by Action. Alright then, and next up is Enigma, written by the underrated god of comics, Peter Milligan, with haunting and mesmerizing art by Duncan Fegredo. And let me just start off by saying this. Enigma is a very special book for me. It's a book that really helped open my mind and helped make me a more accepting and understanding person of the LGBT struggles. And Enigma is just a fun and downright crazy metaphysical superhero epic with some hardcore Cronenberg style body horror elements. The story for this one is all about Michael Smith, a young man living a pretty normal 90s life when everything he thought was normal gets ripped apart when people he knows start to become hideously deformed monsters, like something from his favorite comic book when he was a kid, to only then be saved by his favorite superhero, Enigma. They then go and search for the truth of what's really going on, and we, the reader, get taken on a wild and explosive, eye opening journey into identity and the understanding of others. And it's just beautiful. Because of this book alone, I will always be a huge Peter Milligan fan. And my picks for the track list of this one are Suburbia by the Rugburns, People Who Died by the Jim Carroll Band, Added Up by the Violent Femmes, True Faith by New Order, 88 Lines About 44 Women by the Nails, Pepper by the Butthole Surfers, and Disarm by Smashing Pumpkins. And last but surely not least, let's check out Doom Patrol, written by Grant Morrison with fluid, vibrant, and psychedelic art by Richard Case. And to be honest, Doom Patrol just might be the very best superhero team book ever written, at least for me. All the adventures they take and the missions they go on are all so one of a kind. And like I always say, good heroes are only as epic as their villains, and Doom Patrol has some of the best ever. I'm not kidding. Mr. Nobody and the Brotherhood of Dada are the end-all be-all of amazing supervillains, and their evil schemes are some of the most wild, fun, and funny machinations I have ever read about. We also get classic amazing side characters like Flex Mentallo, Muscle Man of Mystery, and Danny the Living Street. I just love surrealism, and very few comics deliver it as sublimely as Morrison does with Doom Patrol. This is honestly one of the few books I've ever given a 10 out of 10 score to. And my track list for this one are I Had Too Much to Dream by the Electric Prunes, 7 and 7 Is by Love, Pushing Too Hard by The Seeds, Arc Essential by At the Drive-In, Nightlight by Aesop Rock, Anyone for Tennis by Cream, Fairies in Boots by Black Sabbath, and Satori Part 2 by the Flower Traveling Band. And there you have it, Vandals. That was that old school Vertigo Soul. And I really do have to thank Kody from Mutant Agenda for requesting this video. He is also a huge Vertigo fan, and I hope he really enjoys this video. And please check out his channel. And also let me know what your favorite Vertigo comic is in the comments down below. But for now, until next time, this is Johnny Alpha from Graphic Vandalism saying don't stop reading.